out of the business, and I am going to go into each farm and add the normal wage that we get, well, salary that we get. So I'll join this farm and I will add the normal 8,400. Now this is, I know it sounds like a lot for those that don't know, but we're using seasons, and it basically, 1 day in-game day really represents 2, and maybe a little bit more than that actually, because we're on 9-day seasons, but when we used to be on 6-day seasons, it represented 2 weeks. So that'd be 2 weeks worth of work. Being bosses, we can make the most of it. So now it's a bit more than 2 weeks worth of work. Rejoin farm, and old Patrio, here you go, buddy. I'm paying you. 8,400. I didn't do minus, did I, on my one? Hope I didn't. Not that I can remember, so it's a bit too late now. Doing farm. Wrong button. And 84,000. So let me just get back into the contractors. So that leaves us with 844,000. Nice. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to sleep until 6 o'clock, and then I'm going to go off and make my coffee, have an intermission and stuff like that, have a quick bio break, and then we'll be back, and then we'll find out what contracts we're going to do, get our workers out working, and then find me something to do that I can actually stick my teeth into instead of just bouncing from here, there, and everywhere. I'm not tired. I'll be the judge of that, thank you. I will be tired in a second. So we get to 8 o'clock, just 10 hours to get 6 in the morning, then I'll leave it down to 1 time speed while I go off and have my intermission. Here we go. Oh, that's right, you've got to back away from it again and then come back into it, don't you? Just shut the door, you let all the mosquitoes in. I'm not tired, still not tired. I like how I'm told what I am and I'm not. Tell you what's going a little bit too slow for me. The outside lights on, that's generally the good indication when you can sleep. There we go. So I want to sleep 10 hours. That should take us just before 6 o'clock in the morning. And like I said, I'm going to go off now. I'm going to go make myself a coffee, and I'll be back as soon as that's all done, and I'll see you very soon. Right. Coffee is made. I have made room for said coffee. Let's get some jobs done, shall we? Right. I'm going to need to see if there's any knowledge bales on. A couple of them were ready the day before. So maybe some more are ready now. With a bit of luck, and we can get rid of this contract being done out the way. I suppose that's a bonus of having extras too. To do with the warehouse one, requiring them to actually be fully fermented into silage before we can drop them off, as we don't have to wait that long anymore. I'm going to have a look at what we got here. We got a... Why is that active? Why is that active? Okay. Question mark. That was the corn. To the warehouse. I think There's an issue, Patrio. I had set it up last week for both the harvester and the truck to go to the right places. It took the rest of the corn. No, it can't have done that. Let's have a look at the field. What field was it again? It was field 88, was it? Field 83. Where is field 83? What have you done with field 83? You're over here. That's completely done. It wouldn't be that high. I get the feeling auto drive switches them around and matches them up. Because they're both going to the granary. I do remember that. And I didn't check it because I know last week I actually set both of them up correctly. And it was supposed to go to the warehouse. And that's twice that's happened to us, eh, Patrio? If it's still in chat. But it happened last week. And I put it down to the funny contract thing we had. So maybe it isn't. Maybe auto drive has a bit of an issue when you've got two implements set up on the same mode. And when you come back in, they match them up. And I sort of in the back of my mind thought, oh, that's going to the granary too for the corn. And I didn't think any more of it, but for some reason... Yeah, possibly, but it's only me on the MP. I mean, obviously I can't play this in solo play, because if I do that, we lose the farm layout. And that was the same with Chellington. Chellington did the same thing. So, even though you guys aren't here, I'm on my own today. I still got to do it through the multiplayer thing. But yet, I am the host for myself. IPC's the host. So I'm going to have to do the same thing as we did last time to fix this, because this is not a issue that's our fault. Right, so what we did last time, for those who don't know, because this happened, it's not our fault. I'm not going to lose some money for the contract. So what I am going to do is I'm going to fill the tipper up with some corn. If I can find corn. Did I go past it? I must have gone past it. Lime, spelt, millet, rye, triticale, poppy, rice, cabbage, red cabbage, tobacco, hemp, onion, carrot, wood pellets, sand for some reason, whatever they are, compost, hops, bran, okay, beet pulp, snow, well, yes, salt, yep, wheat, yen, barley, oat, canola, sunflower, soybean, maize. I was looking for corn. Of course it's maize. It was a bit of a maze to get there. So we empty it out and I prepare to quickly stop it as soon as the contract's over with. They're going to take a whole load. It probably is, isn't it? %. Same again. Okay, so that's something we've got to keep an eye out for and try and remember every time we come in. Oh, maybe. It's just, yeah, it seems a bit weird. Patrio. They've got to just got to remember to keep an eye on it when we got multiple harvests been emptied. 73%. There we go. Been emptied by what's me called? Hello, ads. Alright, well let that drive me back to the booth while I do some contracting. Got 2 spraying and 1 fertilising. We end up buying a sprayer, I can't remember. We've got harvesting, which we've done a lot of. We've got sowing. Sowing would be good. Cultivating, 1 ploughing, not much of a variety on that work there, and baling, which we've done. I don't mind. I'm going to do the sowing. Some sowing. So what I'll do is I'll get some of our workers to do some harvesting. I'm trying to think, does the header, these actual headers take poppy? I can't remember. I know you'd think, well, it shows you that it takes it, but here, look. It shows that for cotton and it doesn't. It shows that for white cabbage and it's not one of these. And I think that's because this map comes with its own, well, it comes with the contract and everything and tells it what to use for those fields. And of course we're using that mod that adds more contracts. And I think that's the thing, it's adding contracts and using the wrong equipment for the fields that aren't actually set in the XML in the map for the contracting one. Tobacco I know is a different one as well, that's not used by that. There's a modded cotton harvester that comes with the map that does the tobacco and the hemp. And we actually want to get the ability to do the cabbages and all that. That's the equipment, which is a Pterodos T4 that we're getting. So we need about $1 million, I think, because we need a couple of them. Harvesting tobacco, hemp. We've got a sunflower one. We've got soybeans. What else we got? We've got potatoes. Spout, millet, poppy, rice, onion. That's about it. All right. Well, I'll get one of them to do the sunflowers. We'll accept that contract. And we'll get another one to do... I could try the poppy, actually, because then if it doesn't work, I don't lose anything, do I, by cancelling the contract. So that's 2 workers done. I need a tractor for myself. How many tractors have we got in total? We've got one over there. Actually, they should all be over there. I'll turn you around because you'll be ready to get ready to do the job. So I've got, how many? I've got 1, 2, 3. I think we've got one there. That's 4. We only got 4 tractors. Why did I think we had more than that? We originally bought 3, didn't we? We must have just bought the 1. Right, let me get the harvesters up and running over to where they need to go. Yeah, you did the corn in that last time, didn't you? So you can do it again because you haven't got that attached, so that sorts that out. So this one can go off to the field, this worker. Where did I put the header? Around the other side, didn't I? Around the outside, around the outside. There it is. Hello, Mr. Header. We'll be heading off to a field of the number I've forgotten already. What field? For the corn. Yeah, for the sunflowers actually. Harvesting poppy sunflowers. 81. So right next to the one we did the corn on. Which way would be your preferred exit? Let's see. if I turn you round this way, will you be happy to take this direction out? No, you prefer to go that direction? Well, you're the boss. No, you're not. I'm the boss, but apparently you're telling me what you want. You, my good man, or woman, depending, haven't found out which one wants the job yet. You need to go to the field that has the poppy on it, which I think was 9. How wrong am I? Very. 43. Yeah, as I said, I think it's field 43. And you can head off over to there. Off you go. Now I need to grab my tractor. Oh, we've already got a tractor there. Right, so Massey I'll be using. So we've got a Deutz here for the warrior. You can do some, what can you do? You can do the cultivating, I think. You can do cultivating. How many jobs we got for cultivating? We've got 3 jobs for cultivating. So you can do field 19 to start off with. Let's get a cultivator on your backside. Wherever I've parked them. Was that the cultivator? Is that that's a cultivator there, isn't it? Why is it here? But where's the other cultivators? Oh, there's some over there. No, there's one over there. We've got 2 plows and 2 cultivators. That looks more like a plough to me. I get a sneaking suspicion that that is a plough because that's what it says, John Deere plough. I just remembered where I put the cultivators. No, forwards. There we go. So you're off to field 19. Away you go. Bye-bye, worker. And the plough will actually get a big fent, which needs a bit of fuel as well. Just like a real yard, isn't it? Contractor for a business, getting everyone organised, their jobs, getting them off and running. I thought we had 2 Massies. We do, we got the Massey, we got one over here, I'm in one, I've just sent one off. There's one more there, I'm sure we're missing a tractor. I'm absolutely sure of it. Yeah, 2 Massies, 2 Deutz and 1 Fent. This, yeah. So that's a Massey there, I think. Why my throat is doing this to me again, I don't know. I'm getting all croaky. Yeah, I think that's a Massey there. The other Massey's over there. I just sent the warrior off. That's another warrior there. 2 Massies, 2 warriors. Okay, no, alright. I miscounted. Better accept the ploughing contract, though. So I know where I'm sending to. Field 32. And that just leaves me. I can send these trucks off now, I suppose. Right. You, my good man, you're going to look after one of the harvesters. You will be going from field something to field other to location other, whatever location. So you can go to field 43 and you'll be going to Offenstein. So field 43. Off you go. Now you are going to field 81 and then going to the windmill. Field 81 and you'll be dropping off at the windmill. Alright, away you go. Now let me get my contracts for the day. The good old sowing. I'll start off with that, which is canola, field 52. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Don't think about it, just give it to me. Take the seeder with you, bud. $52, wouldn't it? And I better make sure it's canola. You know what I'm like when I get there. I end up planting the wrong thing. So I can send them off while my tractor's going to the location. I can set the other ones up once I get there while having my coffee, because clearly I need to wet the whistle. Actually, I need to wet the gullet, because that's what's getting a bit croaky. Try and drown the frog. Apparently stuck in my throat. Alright, so let's do some hopping. Who's going to get to their location first? There's the question. Place your bets, never mind, we found out it's the harvester here. It's the harvester. Now, oh, have we done this field before with harvesting? I've got to actually set Courseplay up with all the folders and that for the fields, don't I? Just be with me for a second, just doing something. Right, let me jump out. Let's get you sorted. Field 43. It looks very familiar to me, field 43, 40, 45. No. I'll take that back. Watch it roll down the hill. I just... Oh, okay. Fair enough. It's got to be selected before I can unattach it. See, look, here we go. Quick, get him, get him, sick him. I don't know if poppies leave a straw, but just in case, make sure that it's off anyway. Oh, we got the wet thing going on again. I keep forgetting to look at that. You think we're one day off from... Settle down. One day away from summer. You'd think it'd be a nice, warm, dry morning. Alright, let me sort out these other ones then. That's me. I'm all ready to go. And that's you. Still had a course loaded in it too. Alright, so set it up over here so auto drive will get here and we can get here. Now we're on field 32. It's getting to that point where I've got to actually check to see if we have got some already saved up. We've got 32 harvest, but we don't have one for this. Yeah, we'd sort of been like that last few days. It was raining this morning, cloudy, and now it's nice and sunny. And warm. Auto width. Field edge path, not 532, thank you very much. You can go around 3 headland passes. You can do, no, we'll do turn, overlap of 3%. Everything else is good. Generate thy course, and thy saving will be done. Oh, I forgot the field number already. That's how bad I am. 32. F32, Cull. We shall save that, and we shall reverse up. I will actually expand that out a bit. So, the next time we need to do one of our workers need to do some cultivating on this field, we're now set up to be able to tell it to leave the boo and drive to the location and then start, well, it's actually ploughing, isn't it? Now I think about it, that was supposed to be ploughing. This is the cultivator. Whoops. Yeah, anyway, we can tell auto drive to drive to the field, and then when we press this button here, if you're unaware, if we click that, and what the auto drive will do once it gets to the field, it tells Courseplay to automatically start doing the work. Field edge 19 and heading 3, turn 3%, everything looks good there, automatic. Generate the field course, go back, unfold it, change it to the first waypoint, save it as the correct one this time, eh? Save. Yeah, once again, forgotten what field number it was, 19, wasn't it? Yep. F19, this time's Cull. Save it, go forward a bit. Don't know why my mouse head was looking in that direction. Off you go. Let me go back to the other one. Let me save this field 32 plough. F32, we'll spell it this way. Less letters the better for me. Save that, go into here. Field 32, cultivate, and I've got to remember to delete that. So they're all off and running. I've got to wait. Hello. Yep, good. I meant to do that. Hope you'll believe that. And right, I can do some work while we wait for the the fields to dry, which I'm going to probably forget about anyway. So I got me workers in early to do nothing. I'm sure they're happy with me. I was just making sure adaptive steering was off. It seemed a bit wobbly in the steering department. And adaptive steering, if you don't know, is keyboard steering basically. It just adds a slow return for the wheels back to centre for keyboard instead of normally what they do, you know, when you're using your keyboard to steer, the wheels go back to centre straight away. It's a good little feature. I liked it. I used it a lot in 17. Not good for multiplayer with when you've got lag. I'll tell you that now. You're better off with the normal way the steering's done. But when you're playing solo player, it actually it's really good. Did you learn to turn from the AI? It seems a bit sensitive. Maybe I need to turn the sensitivity down or something. I don't know. It's not reacting as like it used to. Right, so I've got to keep an eye. I've got 5 times speed going because we're not really doing any harvesting at the moment. I might actually leave it going at 5 times speed when we do the harvest. We'll start it up once it dries. It doesn't look like it's going to rain. I still don't understand why it's wet crop at this, last day in spring. We're just about to click over to summer. I mean, probably because I don't understand that, because I've never seen it happen in seasons with the seasons I've used. Season geos I've used. And then again, once again, I've stopped playing this on a regular basis about 8 months ago, so I only play it when I stream it now. So. And with my memory, I probably did see and notice it. It's just that none of the crop was ready until summer anyway. It was probably Jessica that was the one that I most noticed it on. Probably because we had a little bit of issues with the geo on that map, which caused us to restart it a couple of times. Well, me to start new saves and bring it over and get it, all the equipment and everything back to where we were. And what it was is I found a geo for Poland on the mod hub. Actually, I can go straight ahead and just turn around. And then I figured out there was something going wrong, especially when the biggest clue something was wrong is we had cotton grown when cotton wasn't supposed to be grown at all, wasn't enabled on the map. And it didn't wither either, it just stayed there. And we didn't have that many options. It was quite a lot of fields, even though there was 200 fields on the map. A lot of them were with cotton. And we had the issue of a lot of moisture, because we had moisture in the morning and we'd wait for it to dry and then it would rain, and this was summertime. Then it would rain, so we had to wait that, and we hardly had any chance to do any harvesting. Hence the reason why we decided when we do harvesting, we turn the time down to 1 time speed instead of leaving it on to 5 times speed. Then I found out, after a little bit of investigation by opening up the map file, that it had its own seasons in it. Not complete though. So I thought, well, maybe there was a bit of a conflict going there. So what I did is I ended up copying some of the seasons files, geo files that were, files, XMLs that were missing, that weren't put into the map folder, and then we just went like that, and then it sort of fixed it. Did ya? Speedy. That's just, I've missed the Patrios as well. Didn't see it on the corner of my eye. I thought I was getting pretty good at that, noticing comments come up. Yeah, I mean, as you know, in the farming thing, that's probably a farmer's worst enemy is the weather, isn't it? And it's not far-fetched that happens. And I know that now because of watching Jeremy Clarkson's farm thing on Amazon Prime. Well, Clarkson's Farm is what it's called, and if anyone's watching and you haven't seen that, I highly suggest it. Clarkson's Farm, it's absolutely amazing. Very, very good show. And learned quite a lot about farming, including what they really go through. So I have a lot more appreciation for the people that